thank you, thank you, thank you as we invite our ancestors who love us, our angels and enlightened guides who love us, our own higher selves, that part of us which has lived our whole life, knows our mission, our purpose, and loves us. Be here now. We call on the power of the earth, the air, the fire, the water, sacred plants, sacred animals, sacred humans. And we invite this guidance for this pick a card love reading. We ask that it be clear and easy to understand and accurate. And we call on complete healing, empowerment, and transformation for all of the listeners. And we pray for and invite the most beneficial, positive healing outcomes for all beings, and send all this love out to the world. And thank you now to the viewers. You may begin to, or already have been, sensing and feeling all these powerful guides and angels stepping into the space. I have complete faith everyone watching this is psychically gifted and empathic, because all of my clients are. And so I think a lot of you will just find I tell you stuff you already know or have been thinking. And it's always just a reminder that your guides are speaking to you in your thoughts. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started. This is my first pick a card to create, but it's definitely not my first one to watch. So I'm going to give it a shot. And you'll see I'm using some Doreen Virtue Angel Answer decks. It's getting hot in here too, by the way. Once I called in that energy, I'm literally heating up. I'm a Reiki master, and when that powerful healing energy comes in, I'll literally feel like I'm on fire. So I practice Holy Fire Reiki. So, wow, y'all are a powerful group. I've got this messages from your angel deck, but then the thing is, I've got these cards I created myself that I'm going to use, and they're not traditional tarot. So it'll be interesting for a lot of you to see how I read with those. And then I've got these universal angel cards. So I know y'all are all probably excited to get your love reading. So I'm going to start here with group 1. And this is like a purple stone. So that's where we're going to start. Okay, so with this one, I feel slow, sad, a little sick right now. I feel kind of drained. I'm feeling it actually connected to specific areas of my body. My right ovary, hip, my left side. It's the feminine side. I'm hearing I need some space. It's kind of suffocated. I'm hearing words like manipulation, scared, and all this is before I've even pulled cards. So this is a timeless love reading, and so it's a group reading. And so right now, this group, that's the energy I'm feeling around the partnership. I'm seeing also clouds clearing and hearing, don't despair. All is not lost. It's like you may be caught almost in some turbulence or a storm, but the blue sky is there the whole time. So first card is your feelings, attitudes, and expectations. And what I'm seeing in this card is that you're a champion. You're top dog. You deserve the best, and you're tired, and you're kind of bored and feeling trapped. And part of it is due to social conditioning. I'm even seeing some past lives, like of times, like colonial times, when they might wear a bonnet that looks like that. And I'm seeing the clothes on this dog as sort of like ties that bind. It's like wearing a bra when you'd just rather not. And I'm feeling like this has led to you having expectations that are actually stagnant for your true attitudes. I'm seeing your truth. You're very artistic, creative. Like you may want to create an outfit for a dog, but yours would be fun and fluid. And, I feel like you have so much inside of you. You're a visionary. You want to speak. You want to speak and express yourself. And so, realistically, like your guides are saying, to focus on your own thoughts. I get that you're a very intelligent, thoughtful person with a big brain and like lots of passion. So, you're a real team player. You get along well with others. You're very loyal. And so the thing is, you have every potential and capacity to transform the world through your actions. I'm saying you're very loving. You probably actually even own a pet. I would not be surprised if you do. Your pet is just the love of your life, because I just see you as a doting, motherly spirit. But the thing is, your guides want you to actually adjust your attitude to believe you can have more than you've currently received, and it's like all good. I'm feeling like you've had a lot of anxiety around your heart, and it's almost like, when is it going to happen? And some frustration, let down. And, just over the years, over the attempts, a bit of just, stuff not working, even, being painful, maybe betrayals, people straying, these sorts of things. Probably why I'm just like, I need more Palo Santo. So we're healing and clearing that. And you know what? I got to grab a pendulum. So I just am here. I'm just going to use this feather as a pendulum and ask that it go ahead and clear all those outmoded, outdated thoughts and beliefs, including paradigms of like unworthiness or general just disconnect from the past. Clear that for you as it serves your highest good, violating no one's free will, its equivalent or better. And we're just going to let this pendulum turn. As it clears this, there's stuff from past lives too, so I'm sending Reiki to heal these deep past life roots that are taking place between you and your current partner. So here's the thing, your current partner, if you have one, this is what they're like. If you're manifesting one, this is who you're manifesting. In this case, it feels like someone you've known for years. And see, the thing is, you feel that partner is stronger and more powerfully expressed than you are. See how it's a tiger and you're just a dog with clothes on? So part of you is scared to unveil your true nature, your strength. It's almost like you've been stifled. You're this artistic spirit, had to play small and act nice and be polite and fit into society and all this. And I'm seeing another past life. Look, this nun. Exactly. Like, the thing is, this to me is one of the best cards. It's a woman who's devoted to spiritual attainment, and she's focused, on making the most of her entire lifetime and thinking from like a soul level. So this is what brings you and your partner together. And I'm hearing you'll work magic together. And part of the transformation is to help you alchemize where you can see yourself through your partner's eyes. Although for some of you, this is a warning of potential abusive relationships or predator-prey dynamics. Because I just realized this tiger also could be somebody who's preying on it, somebody who they perceive to be as weaker. Because I remember I said there was some exhaustion, and so I am alerting you all to do your psychic shielding and pay attention. Keep your energy strong. I recommend you do this energy hygiene every morning. Like I said, you're probably empathic. And really, this is a call for you to check with your gut. Even right now, checking in with your gut. In your heart of hearts, does this partner seem like a potential predator? Essentially, do you get a gut response to that? For some of you, the answer is no. Thankfully, they aren't. The lesson is for you to see yourself more positively and just as strong as the tiger. and to take off the artifice and take off the strictures to free your wild nature. For some of the others of you, it is that you do need to be very careful to shield your energy and guard and really make sure people have your best intentions at heart. And I'm like sorry to have to say that, but it's true. um, and so either way, what's brought you into this experience is this past life karma, and karma is just a result. It's what proceeds from every action or non-action. It's a cause and effect. And so the thing is, I'm getting the feeling for some of y'all, this is like a repellent thing, where it's showing you what you don't want to experience and what you will not tolerate. And it's a bit of, I'm just going to grab all this stuff, pull it off me, and just run free. And I'm hearing the Divine Mother is there for you, and she wants to help you and heal you. So any of you who are having extreme doubts or even fears around relationships, she's calling you to invite her into your heart. You can also call on the Divine Father. It's happened to me before. I was in a bad relationship. My spirit guides told me to go to the Catholic Church, and there was a priest there who actually was doing a special prayer, and it was like really releasing a lot of energies. And all of a sudden, I felt so connected to like God our Father, and he basically just told me, feel my love, feel it in your heart. Like it's not sexual, it's not emotional, it's not any of those things. Feel my love. And so I invite all of you to definitely tune in to your inner mystic and connect to, you may call it God, you may call it source, you may call it goddess. It's gone by so many names, but this universal love that's available to everyone here and now. You don't have to pay money for it. Nothing has to change. It's inside you. You can imagine that green light heart of love just in your heart when you start to doubt. And so the thing is, if some of you are suspicious this person's a predator, there are red flag lists on the internet. You can go and look, and you are learning a lesson about tapping into your own gut feelings. Okay? So the strengths are that you're learning through friction, and things aren't always the way you think they should be. And see, the thing is, this foot is going into an upside down crown. So that's your crown chakra, and there's a lot of spiritual awakening. I just noticed there's a hat, there's a literal crown, and I'm feeling so mad. So you got to ground. You got to get your feet on the earth. You may even have to stomp on the earth. I'm seeing you got a lot of energy. You should be walking, exercising. And the thing is, you are so strong. Like this tiger is strong. And so sometimes the thing is, your partner feels misunderstood. And I'm saying there's another past life. It looks like it's like ancient China. And y'all may have issues around being heard or understanding each other. And so I think there's some healing to do with the Universal Mother. And so the thing is to clear the mirror of the Universal Mother in your mind. So to heal any issues with your real mom internally, cleanse it, and see the little inner child in that card too. Send that inner child so much love, and it's a card of forgiveness. It's a card of transformation. And as you forgive and bless and heal, you'll be uplifted. And I'm seeing all this white coming in. And I am feeling like a lot of single energy from this card. So the weaknesses in the relationship, this actually is there. Look, they're all single people. Like she's kind of leaned back. She doesn't look that contented. She's got everything she's supposed to have. She's got all the jewels. She's got all the bedazzles, but she feels lonely. She's in her shadow. So the shadow aspect of self, the parts we've disowned or denied that'll show up in others and that aggravate the heck out of us as we learn to look at and integrate our shadow. So this is about accepting every aspect of humanity's inside you. I've observed children, and they express every single emotion freely and openly. At a certain point, we go, shush, shush, and that's this finger going, shush, 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 shush. Don't feel that way, don't think that way, don't believe that way. And that child, after a while, shuts down all the spiritual awareness. Even in the Bible, I think it says, like, become like a little child again. And, actually, I've done some hospice, and like my hospice volunteer coordinator called it second babyhood, because for a lot of people, like they really do return to the place where they're so vulnerable and just need to be cared for. So I'm feeling like the weakness is that you're vulnerable and you need to be cared for, and your inner child is crying out for your attention and your love. And the Divine Mother's here to say, sweetie, I got you. You've earned it. My love is there for you. Universal love. You got it right now. She goes, don't look anywhere else for it. And you may feel really guilty and bad about yourself right now. And I'm sorry. I'm feeling some pain in my hand, which means there's severe, like, unhealthy chi in the situation. So I'm sending healing to it from a distance. And that's the thing. You're a light worker. You got healing in your hands. If you don't do Reiki already, you need to. That's the thing. The magic is you don't need this partnership or this relationship to free yourself, because, see, you got it in your hands. That spiritual light. And so the sense I'm getting from this is like guilt in my gut on your behalf, anger, exhaustion, and you may have been feeling headaches, tightness at your crown. Feels like it's time to detox. Like you may have even been deciding, you've been cutting stuff out of your life and cutting people out of your life, been clearing this, doing that. So you definitely want to direct your energy towards yourself and feel really stable and good in yourself. I feel like as soon as I said that, some of your hearts are beating with nervousness. Like I really struggle to do that. And remember, you have this voice to share. That's the thing. So you're a healer and you have a voice. And so true love areas to address. It's interesting because for you, it does end up in partnership. So remember, a lot of this is internal stuff. You got to check out the red flags. You got to check in with your gut. If by your gut this clears, your intuition, your third eye, that's good. Know that any difficulties you have are because your inner child needs healing, and keep working on your crown. See how this one's looking up? And the thing is, remember to ground. There's all the white, there's all the red. This one's grounding. Your partner probably helps ground you. And I'm feeling like they're hungry for you. So they're drawn to you. And that's the thing. If you determine this person is safe and truly genuine and caring, they have the total hots for you. And they see you as super strong. Like I feel like you think they're really amazing. And like it's like a miracle they're in your life. They feel the same way. They want you to like brush their kitty fur. Like if they're a big tiger, they want to cuddle. So y'all are playful, and so there's good potential. So no, if you identify it's not like red flag predator type, then it's safe for you to love, and you can heal this stuff within, and it's going to create a much better relationship. And remember the psychic shielding. You don't have to feel so drained. Part of this is your empathy. And that's the thing. You may give too much. See how this woman, she's in there, she's big, like nurturing energy. And she just keep giving to that kid, who, by the way, is praying. So remember to pray for what you need, like you've done in these past lives. And the power of prayer will heal this relationship too. Just pray. This angel Shanti, I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. So see, she's healing the relationship, and the way to go on the road is to follow your gut, ground, and really feel your feet. See? Okay. I think it's interesting. There's that big cat lion. You got that big cat over there. So this one is Crystal. And it's probably hard to read these. Have faith and hope, because there is something positive and new on the horizon you can't see. So see, there is something positive and new. I see it here. You're going to have peace. This is such a peaceful, harmonious card. It may seem jarring or even toxic right now. For some of you, it is toxic. So first I'm going to pull these angel cards to get some more time sense. Okay. they're saying it's unlikely your worst fears will manifest. So don't invest time in thinking about what you're afraid of. Look for signs. Anytime you doubt, aren't sure what to do, pray for signs. Your guides will bring them. And no, it's not the right time for you to focus on this other person. It's time for you to get clear on your boundaries and to learn healing. They say don't stop learning healing and doing your spiritual studies. They're saying you'll have success with that. They're saying remember your inner child within, all the stuff she loves. She wants to do it, so be assertive. Look for opportunities that have nothing to do with love. It has to do with career and other things you love to do. This golden key is guiding you there. And so that's the thing too. Don't assume you need an amazing partner to have an amazing home or to make a big purchase or for anything. Always rely on your spiritual source for all manifestation. You know, like I love to pray to the goddess of wealth, Lakshmi, do mantras, because that's the thing too, to heal any dependency on others. And then a year from now, your heart will sing with this. And so, no, this is a big cycle. Like, I could tell there was a lot of alone energy here. So your guides really want you to focus inside and see the heart here is shining with light. And that's why they want you to focus on the heart of love. And it's for the whole planet. That's why they want you to study healing. So you'll be recovering in energy. And I feel like you need to make sure to take more time to rest and recover and nurture yourself right now. And I feel like a lot of you will probably be mad hearing this because you're kind of just fed up and just done. So just take time to rest, do yoga, and let go. Like I mentioned, detoxification, drinking lots of water, sleeping. This is a tired group. Y'all need to rest a lot. Rest your liver, let it heal, touch the earth. You'll have more abundance when you rest. And it may seem counterintuitive, but it's what you got to do. So, suffice to say, don't focus on your relationship as your point of focus. And here's the card. Have faith from the Universal cards. Super cute. Unquestioned belief in something, complete trust, confidence, and loyalty. Faith is believing in something even when common sense tells you not to. So as you manifest this amazing relationship, feel, see, or know it's already present. Imagine it's there and then continue to focus on loving yourself and just feel that power of love always around you to the point where you don't even have to have faith because you feel it every day. This will bring you confidence. It says, put aside your logical mind and trust your instincts. Feel your power. See, it says again, trust your gut feeling. Beware, trust your gut feeling. Faith lives in your heart, not in your mind. So meditation, looking within, those are all very important for you to heal right now. It's a good time to take a quantum leap. It's coming. Be assertive, follow what you want. Concentrate on really knowing from within. Don't let doubt bring you down. Refocus your mind on faith. Let go of the control you mistakenly think you have over the universe. When a leap of faith is needed, ask yourself, what's the worst thing that could happen? It's often a lot less intimidating than you may think. Often when this card's drawn, it's time to let go of old belief systems. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay, old patterns, old habits, and take the blind leap into the void. Exactly. So like hypnosis, affirmations, inner world healing, shadow healing, inner child healing, all these things, clearing your vision so that you can express your voice, focusing on loving yourself, which will not be bad for a partnership. It's going to build the road you need to be in this harmonious partnership. So there may be a year from now that it's really going down, but the universe says continue to have faith and focus on this spiritual growth and really follow your heart to activate new forms of abundance. Alrighty. So that was pile 1. I'll just clear all these cards. I definitely pulled them before I started filming. And the thing is, I've always just done it so intuitive. I just pull the first one I see, you know? I will read reversals. Okay, so this is definitely super interesting. My first pick a card reading, and it's a love reading. And so now I'm going to go to this kyanite, and I'm excited. Kyanite's the soulmate stone. I think it's a real kind of pure, universal, vibrant, steady love. And so with this one, I feel like the partnership is like this kyanite is soulmate in the best possible way. I kind of joke, like a lot of times those words soulmate, twin flame, whatever, cause more suffering than they're worth, because I've never seen people be more flustered than trying to discern if so-and-so is their soulmate or whatever. And so your first message from your guides, it's kind of tongue-in-cheek, but it's like, do yoga, do you. That's their message. I feel like you got a real good rapport going with a partner. And so this is a timeless reading. And so the thing is, as I talk about your partner today, it's either your current partner or the one you're manifesting. And of course, it's a collective reading. So your feelings, attitudes, and expectations are this beautiful beetle. And it may feel and seem weird to call it a beautiful beetle, but it truly is. And so I'm getting this Egyptian mythology vibe, because the thing is, I read the dung beetle was said to roll the dung, and that's what caused night to turn today. And so I'm just feeling like you're just like so eternally grounded. You feel like it's like, I mean, like a poet, like I want to say like the Song of Songs, like kind of love. It's like this spiritual love. And so that's what you want in a relationship. That's your expectation. And see, the thing is, you may have been turned topsy-turvy. Like, I feel like you're saying, well, yeah, who wouldn't want that? Like, duh, I want that, but do I have it? And the thing is, depends on how you look at it. They're talking about with you, it's all about transforming your perspective on everyday events and attitudes to allow for even more, and these are their words, this is Archangel Gabriel, even more of the divine embrace to surround and comfort you. Like, I know those are his words. I don't say, oh, allow the divine embrace. So you're a channel. You may or may not have accessed it yet, but you can verbally channel guides. And so, you know, typically in love readings, I'm not going to lie, like the guides, they're always like, yeah, love yourself. I mean, I could say that in every pile, I probably will. And so even though it feels like you've got some real groovy, good soulmate energy, never forget they're saying to build the structure into yourself. Just like this crystal, you've got divine desires and purposes and missions, and you've got a strong passion and drive. I feel like you're a leader. Like, you set your sights high. You don't settle for less. Like, you'll take charge. I'm getting kind of like a cowgirl hat. I'm here in Texas, so, you know, that means taking charge around here. So here's your partner. Now, some of you probably, even though I'm like, yeah, look, it's just right here, just change your perspective, are probably upset because you're like, yeah, right, it's here. Where is it? Show me the face of my partner, you know? And I'm gonna have you tap in right now and see, do you currently know this partner? You definitely do. And see, the thing is, you've known each other for so long. You knew each other before your souls came on the planet. That's the thing. You love each other if you both literally looked like these cards. Like, these were cut from magazines. Some were art magazines. And so that's your partner. You love them no matter what. If they have zits sticking out, if they have 5 eyes, you don't care. You probably loved them when they were on some alien planet. You know? Y'all have really been together. And you have amazing chemistry. Your kisses, if they could bottle that up and sell it, y'all would be millionaires. And you probably are experiencing so much abundance from being together because it feels so good. They say, like, a good marriage is your sorrows halved and your joys doubled. I feel like that's what you've got going on here. And so your guides just say sometimes this partner gets scared. And that's the thing. Love can be just as scary as fear and sometimes more so because it involves revealing yourself and being vulnerable. And the thing is, I feel like this partner likes to feel like they know it all. It gives them some comfort that may even sometimes kind of grate at you. You're like, I know stuff too. You don't know it all. But the thing is, that's like their defense mechanism. And so here's the thing, um, this is what brings you together. There's a strategy y'all designed for this lifetime to interact. I feel like in a past life, you may have been in the army together. I'm getting like, this is so wild, like Genghis Khan, Mongolia, and y'all had to plan and go over the steppe, and like, y'all were like, they probably wouldn't say comrades back then, but y'all were like, army buddies, and it's almost like till death do us part. It just feels like your souls have a yearning to reunite. And the thing is, y'all both have such powerful missions now. The strategy, I really hope, because I really advocate peace and nonviolence, I hope you aren't actually plotting a war. Seems more like you're wanting to take down old paradigms, like you may be involved in business or communication, and you want to make the world a better place, by shaping and shifting it and getting large groups of people to come together. So y'all may even have a large group of people that you call a family that's brought you together. And so part of that, if y'all have children together, which a fair number of you will have at least one, if not multiple children, is that those souls themselves chose to be incarnated in the soul family. I'll tell you, this is definitely a different energy from the first one. So like I said, it's good. So just, you may sometimes really have to hold your tongue. You may have to step back. You may have to really reevaluate how you're thinking. And your guides want you to know it's not easy. They know. They say you get trapped in your brain. You'll think, is something my fault? Is something wrong with me? No. Don't take it personally. They're saying you don't have to put up with bad behavior either, but like check your assumptions. Feel like you sometimes feel guilty. Maybe you don't assert yourself when you need to, and you'll take on like responsibility for everything to yourself. And it can make you just feel low. So the relationship strengths, this card is amazing. It's all about generous gifts from Creator. Like I mentioned, I felt this abundance with y'all, and now I'm realizing there's a lot of land. There's land on this card, there's land here. Y'all may have property together, live together, have dreams to travel together. You probably really like the mountains, because there's a lot of mountains. And I'm seeing y'all are in it no matter the weather. Like the sun shines on everything. And just like nature, see, they're harvesting seeds here. That song, there is a time and a season, for every purpose. A time to die, a time to be born, like all that stuff. So seeds will grow in their own time. And so that's your guide's key for you to feel better, is to harmonize with divine timing. And so they want me to play this crystal bowl, and I want you to sink in to the knowingness of this divine timing. And this group has Archangel Gabriel stepping forward a lot. The last group did not have a specific angel. It had the Divine Mother. For y'all, your channels, your messengers, the two of you together, just even stronger with a stronger message. And your guides just want you to know you don't have to look outside yourself for anything. So these are the weaknesses. Maybe you look to your partner to validate you, to make you feel good, make you feel powerful, attractive, strong, capable, all that stuff. And maybe some of the disagreements or struggles have caused you to question yourself, but gotta be like Nancy Pelosi, gotta stick with what you're saying and just stay straight. This isn't necessarily a political comment. It's more the fact that she's a Speaker of the House. So she's got to go in, again, with a strategy. She may or may not be able to say everything she truly thinks and feels, but she comes in knowing that, people are plotting against her, don't want her strategy to come out. She's still got to stand her truth and speak up about it and navigate and be strategic. So I'm feeling you've pushed your leader a bit into the shadow. And some of you is like, I know I'm good at work. I know I'm good at that stuff, but like, am I good as like just a being? Do I have value? And so some of y'all may even be overworking and pushing yourself to achieve external stuff to where it looks like you're strong and doing stuff when inside someone's like, I see a withered plant. Y'all are creative. You got to water your inner creativity. And so that's the thing, though, too. You're powerful, you're strong, but you may deny that in yourself. And so that's what makes the relationship weak, is you may get scared and hold back and almost like go undercover because you don't want to stand out on your own. And, she's going to take a lot of flack for what she does and says, too. She just knows it. I'm sure I will, too, for doing these picket cards. Some hater's going to be saying something. But, at the end of the day, whatever. So that's the thing for you to uncover in yourself. I'm hearing to reclaim parts of yourself. Like maybe you studied, you went to school, or just had an academic fascination that you haven't really done justice to. Feeling like lots of work with words, text, logic, reason, lots of strengths, numbers that, bring some of this wealth for quite a few of you. Okay, so true love, areas to address. I mean, like I said, this is one of the best cards to me. A bodhisattva in the sacred ritual. A bodhisattva keeps coming to earth. They're already enlightened. They keep coming because they're praying for the relief of suffering of all beings. I said, y'all came together with a big mission. No wonder you're blessed with such abundance. This bounty is here for you to serve. This to me is service. And I see there's orange, I see there's yellow, and there's such rooted energy. So together your belly chakra, your solar plexus chakra, become strong. And you just got to stay grounded to the earth. That's what this card's about. Sometimes you might feel stuck. You can assert yourself, you can look at it different, and always just go outside for a walk. The trees are telling me, you can talk to me, and I'm seeing you kind of talking to them like mutter, 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 da-da-da. And they're saying, but you got to listen too. So feel free to talk to plants and also practice. I mean, it's telepathy with plants. It's actually really fun. I did it once. I got all these different herbs like for the kitchen, and I just meditated with each one and just noted the feelings I got. And one of them, when I was contemplating it, as I was holding it, I felt the inflammation in my body, and I'm like, hold on, does it help? And I Googled it, and it totally did. So you may actually be surprised what you hear when you listen to the plants. And I think that's really funny. They had me actually say that publicly. But yeah, that's like a good thing to do. And I feel like for you, you may have a shamanic type path where you're really connected to the earth. And so yeah, actually connecting to stones, rocks, spending time in nature. I'm getting this earth energy. So you got to address this too. And to me, this card shows maybe in the relationship there could be some imbalance in the way things are done. Like some partner may do more chores than the other. And I'm all about role reversals. So just swap it out, try it the other way for a minute, or try to find some equality and balance in that. And your guides are saying you can always explain it compassionately. I just feel so tired. I wonder if you could help with this, or can we hire somebody? Ideally, can y'all hire somebody to help clean if you haven't already? I just feel like you need tranquility. One of y'all is doing a little more than your share with keeping house. And then this may actually have caused some discord. And in some ways, it's just like our traditional gender roles restricting your expression. Like, y'all might want to break out of what is tradition or just pure habit and really imagine for yourselves what the best relationship would look like. I feel like some disappointment may come out of feeling less than or different than, but realistically, like, this is a great, 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 solid partnership that will move forward. So Azure says your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Like I said, the seeds will take just the right amount of time to grow. It's based on the season. It's not based on anything you do. Nothing you do will make the carrot grow any faster than the carrot's rate. So in the meantime, focus on yourself, your leadership, your thoughts, your desires, self-validating, self-worth, and grounding, doing that yoga they mentioned. Yeah, gee, like they sure gave you a lot to do. Don't try to force it to happen. And then this one, Indriel, you are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all its inhabitants. And they're like, you know that. Like I said from the beginning, big mission, big spirit card. So let's see. Expectancy is your universal angel card. And I feel there is expectancy. Y'all may be expecting a child giving birth to like a creation, like a business, and almost like expecting each other to behave certain ways out of habit. So also double check, like, to what extent is this thought realistic, especially if it causes you frustration or headaches, and to what extent am I just making something up where it's not there? So this card says to wait for. So again, you get a wait. Drawing this card often means to expect the unexpected. Anticipate a right and proper outcome. That's visualizing it. What you expect can greatly influence the outcome. So rethink the outmoded gender norms and any dynamics that don't actually fit you and your partner. Y'all are free to create your life strategically. Don't be hindered by preconceived limitations. Imagine the best possible outcome and then make it even better. You rarely get more than what you feel worthy of receiving. Define more clearly what it is you truly want. So self-evaluate and then let it go and wait. Just let the universe unfold. You may be pregnant with new ideas or opportunities. Allow them to flow. So the last thing I'm going to do for y'all, expectancy, folks, is pull some of the angel answers card to get more time-based messages. And I'm hearing to pull 7, so y'all are a clairaudient group. I'm sure you hear your guys' messages. And this card says no. And so that means you can say no to these things that don't serve you. Like this guy here, I don't think I showed it. He's like getting blasted. You don't have to speak in a way that blasts others. No one has to put more work on someone than someone else. People can do stuff because they enjoy it. So say no to what you don't enjoy, what you don't want. Be willing to grow and change and like go beyond preconceived limitations. And then take action. Get out there. Don't sit back. Go on the earth. Go walking. Go on your own. I feel like you got to get some independence. Literally walk away, or else I'm hearing they'll walk all over you. Okay, there's that abundance again. Y'all got so many abundance cues. That's really good. So there's 3 of those cards. This 4th one says let go. Again, let go of preconceived notions. And actually get a sheet of paper. Write them all down, then just burn it. You know, another great thing to do. I can't have what I want in love because. And just keep writing and writing and writing. And then turn it over. I can have what I want in love because. Write the opposite. I'll actually write it on a separate piece of paper. Burn, I can't. Keep, I can. Affirm it. Let go of that past. 1, 2, 3, 4. Y'all have had plenty of past lives together. 5 says recovery. Like they mentioned yoga, nature, self-care. You may have a hard outer shell, but you're soft. Although, I mean, God, the cockroach, like if there's a nuclear apocalypse, they'd still be surviving. So your dream has survived over millennia is what I'm hearing. You're here to manifest an amazing transformation. You know, you may end up writing a book. Very powerful. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're probably into numerology. 6 says don't stop loving each other. Don't let this stuff get in your way. The shadow. Heal it. Take space when you need to. Activate yourself. You don't need anyone to validate you. You got it. And then get more information. You may want to see counselor. If you don't see one personally or as a couple, like your guides definitely recommend that. Not just a close friend, but actually a trained professional counselor. They're like, yeah, you can dish to your friends all you want, but they don't have the right credentials. But that's just if you ever have any areas where you feel like you need more clarity or guidance, um, improve mental health. And you can also always ask your guides and angels for help. They won't interfere with our free will, but they will send signs like feathers and coins, 1111. Pay attention to them. You had Archangel Gabriel here strong, so I definitely recommend you connect to him in meditation. Um, and yeah, if you happen to be in Dallas, I teach a class on that. I'm preparing an online Connect with Your Guides class too. So we shall see how that goes. And until then, you keep practicing and learning and growing. And I mean, this seems like a lot to be really grateful for. So once you clear just the stuff that doesn't quite work, it's like programming, you'll be a whole new you and keep doing what you do. All right, so these pick a card readings are something else when you're actually doing them. Because when I listen to them, I listen to just part of it. But I mean, my throat, I'm actually, God, that's a lot of talking. So much respect to all the pick a card readers out there. Now I'm moving on to group 3. You have this beautiful black stone. I believe it could be onyx, could be obsidian. Either way, if you could see it here in person, it almost looks like a beautiful face or sculpture. So it's a good vibe. Okay, so somebody here, you got to speak up. Stop just being silent. Stop suffering in silence. I feel like sometimes you're baffled. Why is this happening? It's frustrating. There are ways to communicate your needs where you can be assertive, and your guides are saying you really got to use your voice. And that's funny. I was talking about talking at the beginning of this, my throat and all that. So for this group, the throat chakra is opening up and needs healing. And I'm hearing inside, I regret not living my dream. It's like your inner child. You got to think, what did you love when you're a child? You do it just for fun. What would you play? And I'm seeing, you probably love playing with a telephone, playing with your voice. Like, we kind of take phones and stuff for granted these days. But I'm just seeing all this phone stuff with you. I saw texting, I saw the phone. So I'm guessing, like, in your partnership, there's been some missed communication or difficulty with texting. So the first card I pull is your feelings, attitudes, and expectations. And I think you want someone to go home to after a long day who will just serve you. And I will add, these cards I made myself. I picked them out of like magazines and stuff randomly. So it's an actual historic image, and I'm a historian. So I'm feeling like you have it's like a deep passion. I feel like you have a long perspective. You may actually be a historian too, or into art history, or just like looking at like the long term view. And maybe in relationships, you really look like the whole picture. And I feel like you're not quick to judge, but rather you prefer to assess. There's a real mature energy. And I feel like you want a mature partner too. You probably want to have children or a family around you. And I feel like you're a very hard worker. And I feel like you're just so compassionate. Like, that's the thing. When I saw this card, I'm like, I know it's a historical image. I truly, um, am grateful now that we've had such um, transformation socially. Like, you're probably somebody who's really into human rights, like universal human rights, and just a really powerful person. And I get that you may blend in, or almost, it's like the Black Panther energy. You may just hide in the shadows and come out at night, and it's almost like you can just look and see what's happening. It's really mystical, and it's like this ability to just blend in and be very observant. So your partner, I feel like sometimes is confused or confusing. Like it almost feels like in their gut, they're still not sure if you're right. And it's almost kind of tiring. And I feel like part of them wants this, like, it's like their inner youthful hope to just be like, yes, that's amazing. They want to be there. They want to, it's like I hear they want to serve you. It's like they want to serve you. They want to enjoy this magical bounty with you, but part of them's scared. It's almost like they're looking at what's on the table and they're like, am I good enough for that? It's like, can I walk up? Like, for some reason, like, I'm getting the word like peasant. So I'm assuming y'all had a past life. I think it may have been in Russia, and I'm getting a sense of just like a peasant, field worker. And I celebrate all peasants for sure. I celebrate everyone who can help grow food and connect with the earth. And so you may actually find yourself drawn to the earth, growing food, gardening, or even like pastoral landscapes, just real grounded, simple things. And so I feel like there's a strong draw between you and your partner, but things look different than you expected. That's the thing. It's like y'all knew each other in the past, I think in a few different past lives, and now it's kind of mixed up. And I feel your partner has strain at their third eye. They may be opening their third eye and it's stressful, and they may be extra sensitive right now. And they may not totally understand what's going on. So your guys are saying give space. And this is timeless. So this is either your partner currently or it's the partner you are manifesting. So your guides also had me mention that to remind you that as you believe, you shall perceive, and so believe you deserve love, perceive yourself as lovable. And the thing is, this partner may get confusing and they're afraid, and they probably honestly need to retreat and rest a little. So you just go out, hang out in the fields with your friends, get some drinks, like do some work, like you're beautiful. I mean, they'll come around, and the thing is, they may send some mixed messages, but you can look in your gut. I want to look, here's what brings you together. Like I mentioned, another past life. I think this is an image from a past life card as sisters. And I'm seeing in that life, you were an exciting gift to your current partner. And that's one reason it's confusing, because y'all were siblings. You didn't have to deal with any of the romantic questions or anything like that. Just wondering the best way to get these cards. I'll figure it out. I mentioned this in my first one. So your strengths, this is a bodhisattva. This is your spiritual self-development and heart of boundless compassion. Like the word service came up before. Look, she's serving them. It's all about service for y'all. It's a gift. You have the gift of service, and when you come together, I mentioned like human rights, humanitarian aims, like you really are service oriented. And so that's why, even though there may be historical connotations to this card that are less than favorable, that's why in this reading you are like the universal servant, and it's a very empowering place. You have the heart that just loves to serve. And so this partner, again, like they can be kind of scary, and I hate to have to say that, but I feel in my gut kind of like it's almost like a red flag. So I want you to be careful. And that's the thing. You need to build your confidence and know you're so worthy of love. I feel like you may get kind of worked up sometimes and it may be painful for you. I'm sending healing right now because I feel the bad energy in my hand. You may get kind of worked up. And the thing is, you need to know you're good enough. You got to validate yourself. You have to feel like you can be solo. And I'm not saying you have to be. I think there's enough attraction here that y'all can sustain this. And the thing is, this person needs to let go of their insecurities, but they need time to do that. So that's why you're going to it may feel like you're rewinding and in some ways going backwards because y'all have been close, but you got to tell your own story and go do your own thing for a while, and you'll attract them back. And it seems like, yeah, y'all are familiar with the cycle. So, okay, I forgot to get a real pendulum. I improvised this kitty toy. So we're going to use that in a way that serves the highest good by letting no one's free will to bring deep healing and transformation to this relationship in a way that serves the highest good. And so that was actually pretty sweet. Y'all didn't need too much healing. So true love, yeah, look, this card to me is filled with all the good signs. And the thing is, there can be independence in love. See, the bird is on its own. That's okay. You probably are more extroverted than this partner. So that may sometimes baffle you too. And that's why the weakness is like, it's almost like the dragonfly wants to get out of the jewelry case and go outside. You want to be outside. You're connected to the earth. Maybe sometimes they just want to stay home and, like, I don't know what, like, watch video games or, like, scratch their butt. I don't know what they do. But, they just want some downtime. So you need to know you can escape. It's like a mental prison or mental hell. It's like, I'm not good enough. And, like, it's almost like taking things personally. Maybe sometimes you might even try to pester them to kind of get some attention. And there's nothing wrong with that necessarily, but it just puts them off. And so then you lose some of the strength. And so that's why you got to free yourself, get out of the jewelry case, go out into the world. And maybe that's a sign some of y'all actually shop too much and literally need to just go for a hike, or make sure you go for a hike every week. So just check, like, focusing on material versus spiritual, because there's so much spiritual strength. You may get out of balance if you focus too much on just accumulating physical objects. But I see, like, a love language is to give gifts. So, find that right balance, give each other gifts. And I'm seeing this partner, their brain is growing right now. So, I'm just saying keep nourishing them, good food, good water, good stuff. Okay, so this is another card, True Love, Areas to Address. It's numbered 24, which to me reminds me of Jupiter and expansion. And you'll have literally caught light in your hands. It's the highest healing light from the most powerful source of love there is. So you may have hands of light and be healers and guides. And I'm seeing both of you putting your hands together and there being like light between them. And it's really beautiful. So you just got to make sure you free yourself from any perceived restrictions. And I'm getting, like, you actually need to go on, like, a spa day, get some, like, salt scrub, sugar scrub action, like, just pamper day, because you've been working hard serving, and you got to look at yourself. Y'all can grow together. You're both there. See, the sun is in the sunflowers. It's all about that light, that sun, but you're part of a whole ecosystem too. So, you especially need to connect with community and get out and be involved with other people. Now, here's probably another image related to this past life. And I mean, those who read traditional tarot, it's probably one of them emperor cards. I'm just saying. But here, I'm seeing that y'all are fixtures in each other's lives. And actually, when I said y'all were sisters, it might have been nuns, because I'm starting to get like a spiritual energy and just this call to mastery. I feel like you want emotional mastery. And I think that's what your partner is developing right now, if they're retreating a bit. And you may not always see the way you bring your unique light to the world. It's like you're so humble and service-oriented, you're like, you just keep giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. You might deny your own needs. So this card is just asking you, it's almost like to step up. I mean, the throat was there to access that voice, speak up when you have needs. Don't always serve. That's why there's that pamper thing. No, you deserve to be pampered. And see, here's another card. It's like hard work, hard work, hard work, So that's the message. You don't have to work that hard. It's not all riding on you, specifically viewer who's watching this. You may have been putting too much energy into this, and that's thrown the dynamic off. Some too. And so it's not intuitive, and it may be tricky for you, but you gotta stop working so much, put your feet up, and use your hands of healing, powerful healing hands. Can study Reiki and give each other Reiki. It's good for couples. Okay, so Rochelle, As you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. And the irony she wants to tell you is that you don't actually need to work harder to make more. They want you to rest right now and just be like, go stare at a garden, go to the botanical garden, drink a cup of tea with your partner. You don't got to serve them. Y'all can each drink from the same table. You know, just let yourself free yourself. Go where the spirit moves you. I just noticed you got a bird and a dragonfly, so that air energy, communication, power of thought, you know. So you'll get lots of guidance through your thoughts. Pay attention to recurring thoughts, especially, guidance from an actual spirit guide. If you think about it, it makes sense. It feels uplifting. It feels good. Um, use discernment. Mystique says, keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. And so you may be working on like building your own business or really building your career. And I feel like this is what that card is about, like to empower you. That's part of getting up out of the jewelry case, is to power forward in your career. You've got a lot of gifts, a lot of talents, and your partner reflects some of them to you. But I feel like your partner doesn't actually understand like everything you are, and so there's a lot more you have to show. And I feel like you may not be the type to want to show off or be really flashy, but your guides are saying, yeah, show off. They're saying get some bling. That's funny. Jewelry kept coming up. There must be, yeah, some new stones or crystal jewelry. Go to your local crystal shop or Etsy and look around. Find the one that calls to you, and this will be like your power stone you can wear. There's lots of good ones. The one that's coming to mind right now is rose quartz, possibly amethyst, but you'll know. I always just say a prayer before I go in to be guided to the ones that are right for me. And I say a second prayer that like I keep all the money in my checkbook, because I'll tell you, you can walk in and out of the crystal shop dropping a few hundred easy if you're not careful. So that's my warning to this group. And that's probably something that's going on with your finances too, is just finding the right balance. And I think that's reflected in the relationship too, finding the right balance. So that's the irony. I know I pulled this card. It's like keep charging ahead, but they're also like rest though. Part of the charge has to include rest. And I'm getting the sense of like a past life where like you're in charge of like war horses or something, and you had to stop them and give enough water, give them enough rest, and that's part of this energy here. You may have a family you're always taking care of and giving them water and giving them food or whatever. Stop. Notice your inner stop sign when it becomes unpleasant, and like your guides love that you want to serve and help people, but they're like, just take care of yourself too. Just like put yourself in our hands. Ask for our help. That's part of expecting miraculous solutions to appear. Just pray for a miracle. Yeah. And they're saying you don't have to explain yourself either. So if you ever feel like this is getting messy, just step away. They're like, calm down. No, you don't have to explain yourself. You can assert yourself. But don't expect that you gotta always serve, and have patience is what they're saying. And definitely tune into that gut feeling. Like, I'm feeling a sense of shame, painful emotions, and it's most likely deep inner child wounding that's happening, that some issues are bringing up. So we'll send some healing energy to that also. And you can just throughout the day invite your inner child to be there and ask her, like, how are you doing? What would you like? And, she may just say, I want to go look at puppy dogs. And you can just say, okay, let's go check some out. If you can't make it to the pet store, like, go look online at least at pictures or something, I mean, usually what she wants is pretty easy. And so, oh yeah, in the artist way, she talks about taking yourself on dates too. That's part of the getting out of this box. That's a box. So we have thinking you got to go out with some partner to have a nice date. Your guides want you to romance yourself too. Just leave the partner. Sometimes it can even be mysterious. Go hear jazz. Like, go try a new restaurant. Go play some sport you love. Like, go check out a movie. Like, The artist date, you can just go by yourself. You got to go with a bunch of friends. Let's get to know yourself. Go to a meditation group. Go to yoga class, just something fun you can look forward to. Go do it. Okay. So enthusiasm, as soon as I said go do it, I'm like, you have a lot of energy. You sure do. And the thing is, right now, your enthusiasm, your intense or eager interest is serving others. And so you're actually getting even new energy and motivation. So no wonder you can keep charging forward. They say expect good outcomes. Get out of your own way, let it happen. That's what this says too. Expect them to appear. Okay, so follow your heart, the positive outcomes come. But it's not a good time to force. Like they said, stop working so hard. Let all that grind to a halt and just be creative. Let your inspiration flow freely. You might enjoy writing. And maybe even that book, The Artist's Way, Julia Cameron. It says renew your interest in life. I'm thinking, do you create jewelry? Do you paint? Like, what's that? Have you traveled to New Mexico? I think you might need to go there. Think about places you'd like to travel to, because I get the energy's right for new ideas. When you're in a new environment, innovative ideas come. So prepare for a change for the better. There's a shift in energy. It's a great time to start new projects. Maybe your body needs a jump start to get energy flowing. Consider a new exercise routine. And it also has caution. Don't let obsessions take absorbing or controlling possession of your mind. And part of that obsession is like, I must serve others. I got to keep working. And honestly, when you stop, you might encounter like parts of you that really feel bad. And that's probably one reason why you've been so busy and looking at how you can help others. And so, I mean, it's kind of like good news, bad news. The good news is take some time to yourself. Bad news is don't be surprised if when you do get some rest, maybe you feel sad or angry or upset. We're all human. We have all these emotions. Like that's shame. So just take some time to yourself also, not to go out and cover it up and do stuff, but just like meditate with however you're feeling. And like this meditation will help you get to know what's in your gut and just keep your mind focused so your thoughts can have balance. It says if you're over enthusiastic, there can be errors in judgment. Meditation helps you reflect before you jump into things. And you will benefit and enjoy connecting with your guides and channeling their information too. And so this can help you avoid being pulled into a situation that isn't in harmony with you. And like overdoing helping others isn't in harmony with you. And it really is tough because your heart just longs to serve. And so you're going to have to like tighten, I don't even know tighten what, like rein it in. That's what I'm good at. You need to rein it in. You're entering a state of heightened awareness. Be open to inspiration. Consider all levels of consciousness. Again, I'm just saying you're skyrocketing with this creative energy into the world. It's deep and powerful. So, group 3, let's pull a few angel answers cards to see their special message for you. They're saying it's unlikely that you're wasting your efforts right now. But they're saying you haven't fully expressed that confidence in yourself. So they want you to abide in that knowingness that you are already successful at everything you want to do. And if you doubt it, check that out. Where's that coming from? Is that a limiting belief? And also just be aware if like your partner may talk to you critically, to really assert yourself and let them know, I feel upset when you say that to me, and I would just rather you not say anything unless you can say it kindly, or however it comes to you. I was trying to use nonviolent communication, but just, assert your boundaries there. And your guides are saying it's unlikely they'll do it again, but just don't let any, and it may not be your partner either. It could be like a partner in work or like other places around. Just don't let other people kind of like bring you down. Some may be duplicitous or exploitative, and some just like are unconscious. So this is all about, it's unlikely you'll be fulfilled if you root your self-esteem and how others perceive you or respond to you. It's also unlikely you'll be happy if you don't assert your truth and your needs. And that's a big part of this message is like, stand up. You matter too. You can get out of the box. You know, there's light there, there's sun there. It's good. You see real light. And so they're saying in your partnership, it's up to you. And so again, this just means visualize what you want to experience, really feel it like it's happened. I've healed myself. Like I was disabled and couldn't walk, and I would just imagine every day that I could. And some days I couldn't even imagine it, but I'd set a timer, I'd just try, and now I can totally walk. I needed a car. I did the same thing. It happened. So like I always say, plant the seed in your visualization first, and everything else will heal. So if this partnership's meant to change, it will. Visualize it as the two sunflowers growing together in a happy, healthy way. You know, see yourself healthy and happy and light and free. Heck, imagine going to New Mexico, you know, whatever makes you feel good. You need to visualize it. And so you personally have a lot of strength. And they're saying, yeah, you need to say no to this partner sometimes. You need to put your foot down. And I'm actually not surprised that's what comes out, because if you have a tendency to give too much, serve too much, it can be really hard. And you may even feel shame when you do say no. So that's why they want you to keep moving forward with your goals. But pay attention if you get tired or angry. Those are signs from your body that something's off balance. So until then, pay attention. Your guides are talking to you. And they say communicate clearly with us. Let us know what you want and need. And say no. They've got the no card again. So you seriously need to say no. You got to delegate. It will be unusual for you. And I actually thought I was through, but I knocked the cards over and I take them. So I got take action within the next few months. So you got another action card. Keep charging ahead on your personal mission, your project, within the next few months. I feel like you'll go through a lot of liberation. And I see the sun will shine, but you won't be serving. I see y'all enjoying a vacation with your feet up. You know, it's kind of like basking in the sun, and it's peaceful and light and, you know, balanced, and everyone feels groovy instead of like you're working so hard. So some of those past lives have to do with working really hard too, I'm sure. You may even have pains in your body in this life from work you did in past lives. So definitely consider looking up some more healing on that, which you can learn. There's a symbol in Reiki to help. You know, there's meditations you can do. So that is you, group 3, all your enthusiasm and active energy. All right, so I am here doing my first pick a card reading, moving on to the last group. And I just have such a newfound respect for pick a card readings, because I watch them, but I forgot if you do them, you gotta talk the whole time. And that's a long time at this point. You know, I'm here channeling guides. And this group actually is the first one to have a dead person show up. It's honestly like a group of grandmothers. First it was the grandmother on the mom side, then it was the grandmother on the dad side. And you know, the way I tell is I'll see my own version of it. So I saw my meemaw and my granny. And now the thing is, it could also be somebody from that lineage so far back you don't know them. So the message for y'all is to get a genealogy chart. Look at as many pictures of your ancestors as you can. And pay attention. Y'all are connected mediums. You'll get clairaudient messages. You're telepathic receivers and projectors. So like y'all may not know yet, but your thoughts are way powerful. You can broadcast them. Try thinking really loving thoughts. If you're around someone who's upset, just beam out like the best possible thoughts and words you can think of and just see what happens. I mean, if you can do it with a drum, it's even cooler. It can be really powerful. And I blog a little bit about that, but I don't want to get too off track. Your guides are like your ancestors, and they're here, and I feel like they've been holding a sacred partnership for you. You have this beautiful crystal. It's like a cluster, definitely angelic. And so let's see. I feel it's almost like this partnership is very natural. I'm getting like a mental image of a glen. It's like a fairy glen or a beautiful meadow, and it's just protected. It's safe, it's natural, it's a circle. And so I get this is your feelings, attitudes, expectations. And I feel like you're like, you know what, feel free. Express yourself, enjoy yourself, you know? And the thing is, I get you also realize that there's a limit. Like, alcohol can be fun to an extent, but most of us, about the time we get to college, realize there's a certain point you can cross where it's not fun. And so you really set clear expectations and communicate when something isn't working for you. And I feel like you can be a lot of fun to be around, but your challenge is to let go of control and let yourself really be vulnerable, because you may to some extent be using like your social strengths or like this like persona of like, I love to have fun. And I feel like inside you may have some more tone and more muted parts of your personality that haven't come forth yet. And I'm getting lots of creative and like dancing energy. And I'm hearing your inner child is kind of afraid and like she's looking at her past. I'm feeling my gut just cramped up, almost like I was having digestive issues or something. So I think you need to be careful with what you ingest and really pay attention to balance in your physical body. I feel like you're an amazing person. Like, and what the thing is, okay, so art, I mentioned it, and now I'm seeing all this glass, and I'm thinking about how these bottles wind up as sea glass. And like, I feel like you would love to go to the ocean, get some mosaics, and that could be where you're enjoying these beverages is down at the ocean. Um, but that's the thing. I keep getting like every pleasure has its pain that goes with it. And so you may really just notice duality and like light and nuance and stuff like that. And you are able to see things from lots of perspectives. You're probably pretty sociable and interact with a lot of different people, and that you have a big heart. And so I'm getting Archangel Raphael, the healing angel. He's here, and he's saying we're tired of trying to get through to you. Pay attention throughout the day. If you see the color green, he's there. You can invite his help in healing, And I'll go ahead and use my makeshift kitty toy pendulum. Just invite the highest healing outcome for you around this in a way that serves the highest good, violates no one's free will, brings its equivalent or better. I'm just telling you, you've been probably pretty tired. This is a time right now, it's spring, of clearing and cleansing the body. So, like, again, it's just that balance, and you gotta create stuff. Like, I don't know if you've made a mosaic, it can be super fun. I feel you've got pain and anger inside, and it's okay. We all do. I'm normalizing it. It's a totally part of being human. See young kids get mad, like, so please don't feel bad that I said that. But that's one thing I said in one of the last readings. A lot of times, if we stop and get still, what we notice, unfortunately, is we got a lot of pain inside. So I'm feeling like for you, the practice of mindfulness would be really great if you find a meditation community, and keep healing yourself and cleansing and clearing your body. It's just good for you. Now, your partner, this card is for 18 plus for sure. I cut these cards out of a magazine, and this one is like basically a little kinky handcuff, erotic situation. I mean, he's like kissing. There's, you can't really see anything that naughty, but I definitely suggest like a loving, like passionate, sexual partner that is probably pretty open-minded and possibly quite kinky. And this is the most overtly sexual card I've pulled this whole spread. So, I mean, part of this to me kind of reads like y'all met at a bar or something and just like hooked up, and like I feel and hear that was like a good memory, clinking those glasses or however it is y'all met, because the spark you have, it's like, yeah, you can't order that in a store. Holy moly. But this one, okay, so one of the other ones was afraid, and so I'd put up some defense mechanisms. This one, it's almost like sometimes maybe you feel like you have to be the fun person who goes out and has fun. This person almost feels like they've got to be the sexy person who's good at sex, and like it's almost like they might hide insecurities or pain under their prowess, which they have ample prowess. And so again, your guides don't want to diminish this. They're celebrating this, but they're just saying, like, there's some potential masks here. And so y'all are going to want to be more open with each other. What brings you together is the potential to transform each other. And this is the way the earth transforms. Like in my garden, leaves fall off, they fall on the ground, and then, maybe bugs or birds help transform them. The earth itself transforms them. There's microbes. So, I mean, it's like really not a pretty process. Like in nature, everything's eating each other. Like poop becomes soil, becomes plant, becomes food. It's like endless cycles. And like some parts are prettier than others. And so I feel like, and this card looks stressed. That's what brings y'all together. Like it's deep transformation. And this earth card makes me think, yeah, this is not just for this life. This, like, your ancestors actually were the first ones who came. This is for your ancestors, But be careful too, because both of these cards are cards where like people can actually get unhealthy addictions or dependencies on sex or alcohol. And so I'm just getting the message like all things in moderation. And, perhaps some of your ancestors have struggled with addiction issues. And so, as passionate as this is, I'm just getting like some sorrow. I'm seeing sorrow behind the masks. And the thing is, you may expect on one hand, if you're not fun and like beautiful, like if they can see you warts and all, you'll lose respect. And so that's a weakness, actually. This is like a crystallized thought form that's become reality, and it's a fixed way of thinking. And see, the strength is this more organic, continual change. It's very creative. See, you need to make art. I mentioned that a few times. You got a lot of art here. You're not just one color, you're lots of colors. And it's okay to cry. That's a weakness. You may hide your emotions, stuff them. And it's like the number one issue people in my Reiki practice have. It's like our cultural thing we've got to heal, is just what do we do with these emotions? So your guides want, you might cry, and it's okay. You got to just go find time to cry. And with your partner, if you can cry in front of them and let your mask down, that's good. That your guides want you to take steps to manifest something that's not necessarily just pure pleasure. But they're saying, of course, we don't, we're not against pleasure. Like in goddess spirituality, all acts of love and pleasure are her rituals. And so, I mean, I'm not trying to harp on like drinking and having sex and having fun. Like, trust me, that's sweet. Like, your guides think that's amazing. This shows me it's the wheel of the year. The pagan wheel of the year is the solstices and equinoxes and their days of power. And so traditional tarot readers would probably see like the wheel card in here. And I just said car on accident, so I think that's meaningful too. So y'all are moving forward quickly, because that's what a car would do. And there will be patterns and things that happen just based on what time of year it is. Y'all have a real organic energy. And so that's the thing. Y'all are grounded and rooted. You just need to feel safe with each other. And see what this card is? That's feeling safe. And this card, the number, when I first made these cards, it correlated with bat medicine, which is death and rebirth. So To be exposed, to be vulnerable, to be seen clearly is what you both want. See, this is to be seen clear. You can see right through that. You can see through the glass. Like, y'all want to be transparent with each other, and you'll be going, hallelujah, hallelujah. So, the area for you to address is, first of all, to make art yourself. And I want you also to listen to the psychic protection meditation, because you got to clear up your colors. You got a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual orb, and you need to boost it. You might think about doing cord cutting. And actually, right now, I'm going to call on Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael to come and bring you your full and fullest healing in a way that violates no one's free will and serves the highest good. We're going to ask for its equivalent or better with respect to this reading. And please excuse, I just makeshifted this kitty toy. I usually have some more standard pendulums, but this just shows, like, I'll use my keys, I'll use a necklace, I don't care. You don't have to just buy a special crystal to, like, get things going. And so that's what your guides want you to know too. You don't have to be anyone special, do anything special to get things going. You will be able to take the mask off. It's good. Things will change. And now this partnership right here, I can't say I've got like the long term energy I had here, because with the wheel moving, it's almost like only time will tell. For some things, there's a season. For some things, there's longer, And so your guides just want you to keep monitoring. Do you feel you can take your mask off and truly be yourself with them? Do you feel you can trust them? Do you feel joyful? And keep guarding your energy with energy hygiene. And again, it's not because either of y'all are like, I don't get like bad vibes or anything. Just maybe a little, I guess distracted is the word that comes to mind. That's from the guides. I don't know what that means. I know what that means. They mean distracted from like your spiritual seeking, your source, like the light. Some people call it, which I mean, honestly, like light and dark are just two different things. Like I always say, one's not good, one's not bad. Like look at Earth. I'm always thinking, look at Earth. The sun goes down, it looks different, it looks cool. When we have a light, we can see, but there's also amazing reasons to not have light and for it to be dark. And so I think that's one of y'all's strengths too. Y'all both can resonate with not being judgmental, being accepting. But the message your guides are saying is go slow, let this melt. These crystallized ways of thinking and being and doing that don't support you. And see, there it's melting. You're doing your psychic shielding, protected. Because, sometimes entities will attach to these addictive patterns because they're trying to feed off of us like energy parasites. So, yeah, I mean, I say it's like going hiking and you get bit by a bug. Like, don't be surprised. They just get hungry. So the best you can do is clean up your own energy and just take care of yourself so you're really strong. And again, your guides love that there's pleasure here, but it's just like, it's almost like it can be a double-edged sword. So just take good care that you don't get sliced by that sword. And I don't know, y'all may have had like a fight or something. So they're saying just create from your pain. Whatever the pain is, create from the pain. See how strong she is behind the wheel. Just keeps turning. She's strong. She can't turn the wheel herself. The time is turning it. So just surrender. And they got pretty demanding there. Athena says it's safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. I feel like you're like a director. You may be like a teacher. Like you're always telling people what to do, telling them orders. You may even be a bartender. I don't know. Like it just feels like, but you probably doubt yourself a lot. Because I've said I don't know a few times, and usually that's the ego stepping in right after the clear guidance has come in. So as far as your power goes, pay attention to your first impressions, your gut instinct. And if you find yourself saying you don't know, this card says you do. You know how to be powerful in a loving way. So cheers to that. Then this card, Adriana, I'm leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps. I'm communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. And see, this card reminds me of going up the stairs in a shamanic journey to the Akashic Records. So you can study shamanic journey. Sandra Ingerman has a great book. It comes with a CD And it explains the technique, and it's super powerful. I mean, I've even healed physical issues just by using shamanic journeying. So in this case, you can go up to the Akashic records and transform some of the files that are kept and held about these situations. And you can do meditations to go up to the upper world and meet your guides too. So you might want to research a little bit more about the Akashic records and healing, and that may help bring some guidance and clarity about these dynamics you're experiencing. So this angel card is magic. And right before I pulled it, I heard like all hope is not lost. So some of y'all getting this message may feel kind of like stuck or hopeless. And trust me, I know the feeling. Like your guides just wanted me to affirm love is there. Look at these two sharing their secrets. So connect to that trusting, loving inner child and feel like you're there with your best friend and all is well as you're manifesting that in your earthly world. And you may actually practice magic, which is powerful. And it produces extraordinary results as if by supernatural means. Magic is what helps dreams stay alive. It's that extra little spark, which I think y'all definitely have an extra little spark, especially wondrous when it comes directly from the heart. So that's the thing too, get at the heart underneath all the masks. Let's get to the heart of it, connect to your heart, connect to your partner's heart. You may be tested by challenges. So step back, take a look at the larger picture, just go create some art, make some mosaics or do some pottery. Learn to appreciate the internal magic that begins with accepting the beautiful being of light you are. And that's the thing. If y'all hide behind activity or habits, just know what's underneath it is so beautiful. We want to see it. So look for the mysterious, magical energy that makes life an enchanting adventure. Those signs and synchronicities will guide you to where you need to go. This card can make things happen for you. Multidimensional energy is available now. Wow. Choose to use it wisely and with respect. I mean, some of y'all may practice moon rituals. I mean, there's definitely more of a magical, empowered kind of vibe happening with this one than others. So I'd be surprised we got some priests and priestesses out there watching this. I mean, duh, it's like a divination reading, but I mean, you know, the wheel of the year. How much more magical can you get? So expect extraordinary results. Always hold the vision, the feeling of, you know, the best, and then make it better. Feel it is real. Hidden powers are at work, but be cautious not to be caught up in illusion and ego. Remember, I said the ego is, oh, I don't know. You know. You know. There's more here than meets the eye. Awareness at this time can prevent deception. Don't be fooled by surface appearances. So see the masks, surface stuff. Oh, we do this. It's mundane stuff. They're like, go deeper. No magic's working, but, you know, don't get distracted. So I'm going to pull some angel answers to wind down this reading. We've got a year from now, you'll feel so much more trusting and trustworthy. You got to channel this guidance inside you. I'm hearing you've got a heart of gold, and it can bring you gold to bring that information out into the world. And so they're saying sometimes the relationship can distract you, but a lot of this is accessing your truth and building that relationship. And again, your little girl self, what did she do? Your little child self, what did they do? What did they love? Share that. And actually probably being with children is something you'd enjoy. And I see a lot of kids actually in these cards. And so you may be well in the way to having kids a year from now if you don't already have them. You may work with them also, you know. I mean, just imagine that if you don't have them already, they're out there scoping you out. They're saying, we want to incarnate in that womb. So, and you're really funny too. You got a good sense of humor. So, like, again, your guides say these things are great. Like, they don't want you to stop having fun, having amazing sex. They just want you to deepen, and there can be a peaceful resolution. So, y'all may have had some strain and tension in your relationship, or any relationship will experience that at times, but they're saying there's going to be peace. So, cultivate that inner peace. Recovery. Isn't that interesting? This card has come up for every single deck. We all got to rest and recover, and you have to recover from scars from the past. I feel almost like you were clawed by a cat and you got scratches all over you. You may have been a real bad, unhealthy, possibly even abusive ex relationship. And I'm sorry that that's haunting you. And even if it's just your typical not working anymore relationship, you still got some scars. So you can call on Archangel Raphael to bring the magic healing salve. And again, you're a healer, it's going to bring you abundance. I hope you know that already. If you don't, study so you get more information on healing. I mean, I'm not surprised everyone who finds me, they're all healers. We all are, but you know, you ever feel your hands tingling? You're a light worker. We got hands all around here. And I mean, you might be kind of like a dominant energy. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, hold on. It's a real strong person, so I think you're pretty dominant. And they're saying, don't stop that. You know what you want, you go after it. Only thing you got to add is clear your energy with this meditation. And so the last three cards came out together. Big happy changes. Again, I was looking at children, family. Now, be assertive came up upside down. You need to assert yourself more. Don't be afraid. That's the thing. Just say it. They're saying that's the key to your success, and that's the key to vulnerably connecting. Say your truth. They're saying you know not to say it like so it hurts someone, but you can say it. You'll have success. We got 2 exclamation points here. You got piles of gold. You got 3 exclamation points. Success, success. So I think there's definitely good in this relationship, and you will be successful at healing these issues and transforming it. But yeah, look a little deeper with the partner. I feel like there's more you can learn about this partner or more you need from a partnership. It'll be up to you and your specific wheel of time to help you tell. Your guides are saying, kind of thinking like 3-month zones, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, you know. But no, always hold that vision, big happy changes. And I think that will do it. So I'm gonna put these cards up, and you know, I played the crystal bowl at the beginning and invited in the powerful healing energy. I do that before all of my Reiki sessions, and I work with the medicine wheel too, so I'll call in the directions, and it's pretty cool. I even get messages from my clients before they set foot in the door, and they start telling me, oh, I'm here for this or that. I show them a little notepad where I wrote down what their guide said. So y'all remember, you can do that for yourselves. That's what I teach. We can all do this ourselves. I'm not anything special. And, you know, this is my first group pick a card. So it's definitely a little different dynamic, but each one had a total different energy. So I now thank all the guides who were here, and, you know, stay if you will, go if you must, and blessed be. And I also just go ahead and release any energy that was unleashed through the healing up. I call it the Great Recycling Bin. It's going to the Great Recycling Bin where it can be transformed. And I'll invite you all to ground into your roots. And like, subscribe, or comment if you like this. And I hope something resonated with y'all. We'll see. This is my first time. And so I appreciate everyone who's ever done one of these. That takes quite some time. Thank you. Bye.